Hey guys, welcome back. We're playing more Phoenix Wright. Last time, Gumshoe is working with us since he's officially fired. We ripped open a very expensive bear to find a hidden camera in it. And, Maya did not escape. She got captured and, definitely the killer is, living with Engard. Don't know why, but let's try to get some answers.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearl. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
Wonder if... So the real person who killed Mr. Corrido was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at this crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
The person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever his client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? You think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was a client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
And if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be.
Matt Engard himself?
If Mr. Engard really did hire the assassin,
Then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
then it can't be Mr. Engard, right?
I mean,
when we first talked with him.
Mr. Engard, I'd like to ask you one more question. We didn't ask him if he knew. We asked him straight up if he killed him, not if he had anything to do with the murder. We didn't phrase it that way. Alright, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrido, okay? It's how we phrased it. I didn't see any psyche locks at the time. If he doesn't see the idea that he didn't kill Corrida, but he paid someone to do it, we didn't ask if he had anything to do with the murder. We asked if we killed him.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear, did you, Pearl? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. But it's not his career, it's not his life, it's specifically the acting career.
Mr. Engard's secret. What is his secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corrido was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Engard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Corrido silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Engard. There's no way around it now. Let's go see if we can meet with him. Or we get stopped in the hallway. That's fine.
Wow, it's getting really late, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret that Mr. Corrido had about Mr. Engard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
When her visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Are we gonna get stopped everywhere? Hey, wait.
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know. Frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Ugh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are.
This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourself. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know. Just to catch poor Wanda in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Wanda.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Kurita.
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. Nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for Jane.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet it's nothing good.
I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there was something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I'll tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste
Miss Celeste Impact, Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that one. That's Celeste's girl. Yeah, she was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? Celeste, that girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement.
Why would Miss Impasse want to kill herself? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were going to get married. They promised each other, right? They had a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? It's not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself.
How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
I don't think we have anything else. That is really helpful info. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down.
Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
It looks like Pearls really appreciate what Gumshoe is doing for us.
Mr. Nick?
Yes?
Where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. Dude.
Aw, I guess I'll have to give up on making a salad then.
Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Okay. Let's see what we can do at the detention center. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago.
But isn't that what we have? Isn't what we have to ask very important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to that guard. Let's see. Okay. Let's go here.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yes, yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Angard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. Decisive witness, you mean for the Angard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demands and now this, I can't seem to any way to win. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did. Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
What?
I've already called them so they know. Go on, talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Oh, talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Let's go back and see if he did it. Let's phrase the question right this time. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now, so that means that both Mr. Angard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now, whose story do I want to hear? I feel like we should start with Matt and think, but honestly, I kind of want to hear about Adrian's stuff and figure out about the whole, like, marriage breaking or the engagement coming, and then we'll go talk to Matt. I think I think we could talk to both. I want to double check, though, and make sure I'm not screwing myself over. Okay, so you can talk to both, but you're supposed to talk to Matt first. So I'm gonna trust this, maybe, I guess, so that way, like, we have enough. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. If you could get me off the hook tomorrow, I'm counting on you. I hope so, too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that assassin's client is this man, Matt Engard. What's wrong? Mr. Engard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. Huh? You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as a nickel samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. Destroy his... Again, it's just acting career, which I feel like the management team would lose more from losing Engard than Engard. I don't know. Could you please fill me in on what the secret is, please? Ooh. Holy shit. I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Psyche locks. You said it's secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. You, dude? Did you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Oh, well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita. Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager. And Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? The boy's really trying to be like, I don't know what to do. Dude, I just got like totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is that like a pea? Like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? I got caught up by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else? Okay? Mr. Engard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Okay, I don't think we have anything else. Because I don't... Let me see. Because my thing is I don't... Okay. He didn't care. But we don't have any proof of that. Let's head back here. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers.
What happened? Why are you here?
See, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And tomorrow I'm going to testify. I'm going to testify at trial. I mixed those words up, but it's fine. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers. I was talking with the detective a little while ago, and I was on my way home. And all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh, is that my face and all stuff in general look suspicious or something? Oh. Huh, well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. And it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important. What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not the lawyer, he said.
Who do you think that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it was me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick! It's like Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch, I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? It's going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He's a slut. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him. His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in the world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, British kind of guy, you see? It's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of other stars around me as things happen. Oh, that's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impasse?
We heard something about how her wedding was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I had thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin's practically glowing with electricity. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita?
Why did you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends, and she said it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I have an idea. I see, well that's some good info. Thank you. I have an idea. And this might possibly make sense and it might not. The insidious man isn't Kurita, but Engard. She was in an affair with Engard. That's what. And when Kurita figured out, he ended the engagement. And maybe even the suicide note, the suicide might have been something, it might not, might have been an actual, offing, but it might also have been a murder staged as one. And the thing that Kurita was going to confess about was this whole thing of whatever Impasse left on the note. Or even just being like, this is proof that Engard had something to do with Celeste's murder. Huh. You're welcome. That's where I'm at right now. Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews are both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get to the two of them to tell me everything. Let's go back to the detention center. Let's go back to Adrian, because right now we're stuck with Matt. So let's go see what Adrian can tell us. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. Engard. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because if Andrews doesn't know, And no one knows about the suicide note. But my question is why would Kurita choose to hide it? Because I can understand if he was like, here's the thing. I would understand if it was like Kurita had won all these years and then suddenly Matt won. And Kurita was basically blackmailing Engard. And then Engard was just like, I'm just going to end it all. Fuck it. I don't know. Or maybe they're both just awful dudes. Who knows? Oh. I'd like to ask you about Matt Engard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Matt Engard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste's impasse. I finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide, and it's true, when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread just like another piece of gossip. But I had never held any murderous intent toward Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Engard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
Oh, we just have one. We got a single boy. Psyche lock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But...
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Okay. Damn it. Okay, we don't have anything. That's like... Okay. Let me see if I can figure out a way to get her to talk. Do we have everything? And Huh. Okay, hold on. I feel like we have enough for this, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we don't have enough to get that taken care of. So let's head back here to continue things.
Mr. Nick, your phone!
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important.
Did they ever come out with this as like just the audio? So you could actually make this your ringtone? I feel like they would have. God, I miss the days of T9 texting. Hello?
We got a big problem, pal.
What's wrong?
I'm on my way to your office right now.
Okay. Hey, wait a second. Why is he coming here?
It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end. I say I'm going to... Oh, I got here faster than I thought.
Hey.
No time to relax now, pal. I'm as confused as anything here.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. Huh?
This quickly.
And this bear's what gave him away, pal.
The bear?
Figured it out, pal. Figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth?
Shh, Pearls. And go on.
And there's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Matt Engard. Huh? Matt Engard, your client. That's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get worse. Are you sure you heard right? That person who bought this bear was...
Who else has the money?
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. Yeah, this is a credit card receipt for the purchase. For $3,800, pal. That's the exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
The receipt? That's all you have.
Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Engard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engard's autograph out of it, pal. I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Engard himself.
My sight is failing me. This can't be. So, what about the spy camera we found?
That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing anywhere. But now, I guess I can give these back to you, file away into evidence. I know you don't want to give up, pal.
I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Wonka room was Matt Engard.
Why would Mr. Engard do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous.
I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
You gonna go see him? Miss Engard, I mean.
Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Engard, what in the world have you done?
God damn.
Let's go back to Engard.
You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk.
Oh! Here's the thing. I don't know if we have enough stuff to break this. So, just in case. Like, we have enough to get it started, but I don't know if we have enough to finish it. And especially because we can't even talk to Adrian. We can't do anything else. We have to start here.
Now let's hear what that secret is of yours. Mr. Corrido had been successful in his plan, but he would have disclosed. Told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about one, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can't keep on saying it till I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Wanda any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me, huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Corrido, especially on that night.
I guess we show the bear. And then it's like, you don't know it was me that bought that. That's my guess.
This bear was in Mr. Corrida's room on the night of the murder. The bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. So, if it's a present, it's a present, dude. Actually looks kind of classy, you know what I mean? Yes, I heard it's quite expensive. Which is why it's very odd that this gadget was found inside the bear. It's a very small video camera. And it was hidden inside this bear's eye. Maybe it's a really curious bear? Well, whatever this bear saw was sent somewhere using this transmitter, which means someone on the night of the murder was secretly filming Mr. Kurita's room. It only did one? Oh, we might be screwed. I guess one had a few those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this to Mr. Kurita. Mr. Engard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met this bear before, dude. Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Engard. If I didn't know you working in court, I would say I'm in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, you have any proof you want to show me first?
What do we have? Hold on. Is this the proof? Like, how do we have proof that it was him that put the camera inside the bear? Like, the only thing we have is he's the one that bought the bear. We don't really have the proof that he put the bear in. Right? Okay, yeah, we are supposed to get the credit card receipt.
I have here one credit card receipt, Matt Engard. This is where you bought the stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? It's $38. It could be the toothbrush I bought that one time.
A $3,800 toothbrush?
It's ivory. It's got elephant hair for bristles.
Can we put this guy in the electric chair? Just asking for a friend.
Ew, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes, you're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked you why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is...
Okay. 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 So we can skip a few things, and I'm not going to skip them, but you can go ahead and show this card, or I am going to do the clipping.
Adrian Andrews? There's a rumor going around. Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kurita, you're going to reveal this as fact and turn it into a scandal, isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron, huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal? That's the good stuff. That's what we wanted. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff. juicy. Look, we can get publicity without spending penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Miss Andrews. There's only one reason I could think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set that camera in the room. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. It's a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know someone's some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt Engard, I know why you know Mr. the Killer. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client, that's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Kurita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Engard. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. Engard, you really did hire.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay?
Consult myself?
Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway.
About time for what?
I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude.
How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Engard. I love how he pulls out an entire, like, big-ass glass of, like, fucking brandy or something like that. Yes! I love this shit, okay? I love this shit of, like, this, like, complete change. And the bad guy having all these theatrics. I fucking love this shit. Yes! Why is this just giving me Rin Basubami vibes? I love it! Ah!